Brilliant start in the first half of the season, picking up 3 wins, but she sort of stagnated since the summer break. An awkward little stance as well for your championship leader, Seung Hui. Played very solid golf thus far. Yeah, that'll do. Absolutely no problems whatsoever there. From earlier this season, all in contention here in the 4th and final big event of the season. Seung Hui of the Korean Women's Open last year at Rainbow Hills picked up a 3rd KLPGA Tour victory at the Heaven Masters in a playoff over Lee Jae-yeon a couple months back, and at present tops the money list, just over 1.1 billion. Huge amount of right to left in this one. So, Seung Hui also working down a little plateau. So the greens really get slick towards the later stages of day 2. Just over 11 feet on the step meter, and a lot quicker than that when you're putting down some of these steep slopes. So a nice touch there from the championship leader. Think about the brilliant season Seung Hui has had. Not a single cut missed. 10 top 10s, a victory, 4 runner-up finishes. No wonder she's topping the money list here. Joe, use the little backstop. It's a good effect. Seung Hui is just one of those players who always seems to have really good distance control with her iron. So despite the fact it looks like a scary pin, it definitely isn't. As long as you've got a nice full yardage you can take an aggressive swing at. Expect this one within 15, 18 feet more often than not for a player of her caliber, especially when you've got just over 125 yards. Just a straight pull. Seen a couple of those from Seung Hui, but thankfully it'll work off that slope I mentioned earlier. Doesn't pay too steep of a price for a bit of a clunky shot. So what do you think about making just when you're focusing on that speed? He's done a fine job of that. So good 2-putt par. Keeps Seung Hui 1 clear. Quite as long as her 2 playing partners, Seung Hui, and doesn't have to work too hard to move the ball from left to right, so this one should suit her eye quite nicely. And that started right. I think it's cutting even more. This is amongst the same trees that caught out Eugene, but gets a nice break. Seung Hui. So the dangers if you catch a bit of a flyer into the screen with Park Hyo-jin earlier. Move this up in your stance, get a little bit more height on it. Get this ball to come down softer with trajectory, because you're not going to get much spin on it playing from the rough. That's all in all Very solid shot. Plenty of borrow in this birdie putt. Takes a lot of visualization, creativity, and experience to hit putts with that much break in it. It comes down to feel. So we can start this a little further left with her two playing partners, knowing that her usual little cut should feed this back into the fairway. There's the old double cross. You can see she was trying to hang on to it. And got lucky back at 9. And she'll get lucky again here. Look at that. Ball kicks out of the really thick trees. I think she's going to have a shot. Don't know if she knows that she's reaching for a provisional ball. Oh, someone's just told her. I don't want to keep tempting fate. Proverbial woods just yet, of course. The fact that that ball's on a bit of an upslope means this one's going to get some elevation and height pretty quickly. You want to keep it under those branches.
하트도로 드롭할게.
She's just trying to check if, when she takes a regular stance, whether she'll be able to get relief from standing on that cart path. And she will, or she should anyway. She can get out of here with a par 5. She'll be thanking her lucky stars. Establishes a nearest point of relief. It's a club length from there. A good set, which is quite something. Fox can take it, and she's got a hybrid. This is
약간
kind of
감긴다
when
하면은 상관없어. 여기
modern
앞에는 신경 안
technology
써도
works
되고
against her.
확실하게만 쳐서.
Usually, hybrids are designed to help players get the ball up in the air a lot quicker, but you don't want it up shooting off this line with trees just in front of you, or the limbs of trees in front of you. Yeah, this is a pretty risky play. Trying to get through those branches cleanly. A little heavy, but gets away with it. I'm not sure she'll be able to get to the green from there. Does Seung Hui have from back here? 233 meters. It should be able to get it fairly close to the front edge of the green. Yeah, okay, he's in a decent spot. He's made to work hard here at the start of the back line. Seung Hui, ample green to work with on a little upslope. Look out to the right, just have this one take the ridge and swing back round to the left. Undercooked it, it's not going to make it over the first hump. Leader is struggling here on 10, got lucky with a tee shot. But it looks like dropping the shot. That could just tighten things up. Top end of the leaderboard. Anju with a great birdie opportunity. A lot of work to do for par. An easy putt to attack as well, coming downhill. She gave it an mighty effort. Let's see. Still a bit of movement in this one. Seung Hui's bogey. Start with just left edge. That's a shot. Tumbling back out of that 6 under par mark means at the moment it's. She still has to remind herself she's got a share of the lead despite that drop shot. She might be one. It's not 6 high. Dances that around the pin. Finishes up just inside of Seung Hui. Just watch how steady does No Seung Hui keep his head throughout the putting stroke. No peeking whatsoever. Good try. Doesn't look like it had a chance. Probably hole that suits the eye of Seung Hui too much. Just right to left dog leg on 12, so using the far right side of the tee box, trying to open up the angle as much as she can. The drivers looked a little vulnerable this week for No. That one should just stay in the fairway. Same case too for Seung Hui. It's a club shorter. Eugene, so she'll get a little bit more elevation on this. She's going to need it coming up to this uphill target. Oh. That collar's going to be a bit of a bother for her. Pretty good contact with it. Pars all round at the 12th hole for our final group. No change at the top of the leaderboard. There's a lot of raised greens as well. So we're also going with the big stick. Seung Hui doesn't have to take a direct line at this pin, can look about 10-15 feet left. Just trying to let that natural shot shape cut it in towards the target. She's a couple of double crosses today. That's more like it. That's excellent. Set up by an excellent iron shot. Seung Hui took get her nose back out in front again. And she will. Great birdie there from Seung Hui. It's back to 7 under par. It's back into pole position. So it's by 1 again. There's Seung Hui and keeping her foot on the gas pedal, going with driver at the downhill 14th. Seung Hui needs an 8-iron, having hit driver off that tee box. This will be coming in with a lot more elevation, should stop it a lot quicker. It's very solid. Double breaker, this putt right to left, up and over that tee, and then might try to come back to the right as he gets to the hole. Nicely, just stayed straight. Good pace though. Those players that just doesn't like to take the flagstick out. Seung Hui. There's a lot of chatter when that rule was changed a couple of years ago about the flagstick potentially being helpful, but the studies and research over back to the tee on the long 15th, and it's a bit wider here, don't have to go through a chute of trees, so give this one a bit more of a rip. That mound's going to be a big issue. I expect this one just to be played out a little right of this pin. It's the fat side of the green. So these are a much simpler putt, even if it is going to be from 30, 35 feet. Well played. Good clever shot. Brilliant shot, in fact. It was never an equation. No there. I tell you, she is so good with those high. Seung Hui. Absolutely stunning shot. With it in this close for birdie, this would build her a 2-shot lead if she can take this chance. Wide as well. Poor reads there from Seung Hui and Seung Hui. Set to play their tee shots at the signature hole, Blue Heron, the 16th. Segment of the green, your championship leader. Make sure you get it past that little hump in the green to leave yourself the easier. Nice feeling of leading the championship and you find yourself putting last for birdie on every hole. Oh, a good scare. Lovely try. On the penultimate hole, Seung Hui. Driver has been suspect on more than one occasion. Heading for this one to cut back towards the middle of the fairway. Hopefully this time she finds the target. It's by one. Seung Hui. That's what lies ahead of her. 17, front hole location. Just 5 paces from the front edge and 8 from the left. Reasonable amount of room to the right hand side of the target. She's got an 8 iron. Another excellent shot. Right where she would have been looking. Supreme control of her golf. Seung Hui to stretch the lead. Just falls away a little low there. Not her most aggressive birdie putt. Just been looking into the YouTube comments and greetings to viewers in America. Enjoy your golf game, lefty, especially before the hurricane. So we can just aim it in between the 2 fairway bunkers on the left hand side. Should give her plenty of room to work with. Yeah, looked like a much better swing there, no rushing the transition. Looking forward to the final round from this great championship tomorrow afternoon, same time, same place, but also to date someone. I think Keegan Bradley, with all that he's been through over the last 2-3 years, can unite the Americans and maybe just make a better show of it, especially in front of a raucous home crowd in New York of all places. So we're not messing about with that penalty area whatsoever. He keeps that down the fairway. Such a great buy-in. Just give yourself a little extra cushion if you can stick one in close here. Seung Hui. Made some excellent shots on this back nine. She had one more in her locker. I bet she does. Stay there. Okay. Control once more. Number 1 on the money list. So we have a response. She's going to be tied for the lead. She's going to have the solo lead. 18 holes to play. This putt for birdie. It's a little to her right. Unlike Egypt, doesn't have to worry about this getting away from her. She's coming uphill, so a bit more aggressive with her pace. That's a great response. She will lead on her own. Goes into the final round at 8 under par. Fabulous closing birdie for No Seung Hui. Pole position, chasing down the second major victory and the second win of the year.